Hey Bill, it was really awesome to see your math lesson this morning, and I'm really looking forward to debriefing with you. I want to spend our debrief time focused on some management strategies to support your math teaching, and hopefully that'll transition into your other content areas as well. But I also wanted to take a moment just to highlight some key language to use as you teach your students to add multi-digit numbers. So there are 4 strategies I want to review with you today. And really the key to these strategies is using precise language so that kids are developing place value understanding as they're learning to add. So for example, when I saw you teaching this today, one thing I saw you do is alert students' attention first to the fact that there are 0 ones in this second add-in. And so adding the ones is fairly simple because you have 5 ones and 0 ones, which together is 5 ones. What's important, however, is when you start to talk about the tens that you use correct place value language there. So I heard you say 4 plus 3 is 7. So the answer is 75. Whenever you talk about adding tens, and even then when you move into hundreds, you have to be really careful to use correct place value language. So this digit isn't 4, it's 4 tens or 40, and this digit is 3 tens or 30. So you would say, for example, 4 tens plus 3 tens is 7 tens, and 7 tens is 70. And I add that 70 to my 5 ones, and I get 75. Okay. Now let's go through, and I want to give you just a quick model here of these different strategies. The first is count on. So how you would model that and the language you'd want your students to use here is to add 45 and 30. I started with 45 and I noticed that I needed 3 more tens. So I counted 3 more tens like this: 45, 55, 65, 75. Here are my 3 more tens. 45 plus 30 is 75. Another strategy is add tens first and then ones, or we might say add tens and ones separately and then together. And that would look like this. And the language you'd want to give your students and have them practice is, let's add our tens first. 4 tens is the same as 40, and 3 tens is the same as 30. 40 plus 30 gives me 70. Or another way I can say that is 4 tens plus 3 tens is 7 tens, which is the same as 70. Now I know I have my 5 ones left over. 70 plus 5 ones gives me 75. The number bond strategy would include decomposing, which I saw you do today, and here's how this would sound. I'm going to solve by first decomposing 40 into 5, first decomposing 45 into 5 and 40. Now I can easily see that I can add my tens first. 4 tens plus 3 tens, or 40 plus 30 is the same as 70, and 70 plus 5 is 75. These two strategies are very similar. Okay, but this one involves decomposition first versus this one is just looking at the tens place first and then the ones place. So there's a slight difference there. And then the place value chart is a great one too for your kiddos who are more concrete in developing their place value understanding. So here they would just put the first add-in 45 into the place value chart and see, okay, I have 45, what am I adding on? I'm adding 3 more tens. 4 tens plus 3 tens gives me 7 tens. 5 ones plus 0 ones, I didn't add any more ones, gives me 5 ones. 7 tens and 5 ones equals 75.